too. Daryl J. Bennett here with Millennium 24 News in Manhattan, New York, and we just got through with a phenomenal debate. I'm here with Jasmine Sherman, and I want to thank you first for your time, first of all. Could you just share with us a little bit about your platform?
My platform is giving Americans their basic human rights: housing, healthcare, education, and universal basic income. And the best part about it is I provide all of that without raising their taxes. I provide all of that without demeaning or taking away their dignity. And at the same time, I do this by shrinking the government as well.
What's the #1 challenge facing Americans today?
Poverty. Americans don't have health care. Our system is toxic. And by toxic, I mean we have consistent pollution. We have people that are outside on our streets, and we are consistently taking money out of homes and not reinvesting money back into the American unit or the family unit, right? Rent is tomorrow. It's due tomorrow. And mortgages are due tomorrow. And people are tired of not having enough or having to choose with, do I eat? Do my kids eat? Do I pay my lights? That is our big issue right now. We have a lot of people talking about the ideas and the niceties, but Americans need solutions, and they need them yesterday.
Now, you said something powerful. You said a third-party candidate can win in this country.
Yeah.
Why is it not happening, and what will it take for it to happen?
So what's happened is when Hillary Clinton lost, people got mad, and they began to work on eliminating the Electoral College. And while they were trying to do that, they started the National Interstate Voter Compact. And there are states, it's about 4 states away from being federally ratified anyway. Those states have already committed to give their popular vote all of the electoral delegates. So it's not that we can't do this, it's that people still are operating with their high school civics education and do not realize that times have changed, and so have politics. The same way they set up gerrymandering is the same way that a loophole has been created so a third-party candidate can actually win now.
What do you want Americans to know that they don't know about the system now?
Don't listen to anybody that benefits from your oppression. We have a way to provide for people's needs. What you don't have is a candidate that has the will to do so.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. You said, if we could just go a little bit into the issues, you said something, perhaps it may be a little controversial, but maybe not for some folks. You said letting everyone out of prison. Yeah. Okay. What would that look like? You said something about a home arrest system. Just share with us a little bit about what your thought is.
Rich people can end lives and end up on house arrest. Caitlyn Jenner hit a whole person with her car and never spent a day in a cell. We have systems in place to protect people when we choose to. I'm not saying that people shouldn't be held accountable for bad behavior. I'm saying that they don't need to be dehumanized while they're serving their time. They do not need to be mistreated or turned into wilder individuals because of constant abuse in the system. So if we provide every American, because we have more than 3 houses for every houseless person right now, and if you don't believe me, Airbnb exists, right? We have dead malls. We have dead towns. We have tons of places that we could put people if we actually gave a damn about them. And so my system provides jobs because it makes people who want to work in their communities work in their communities. But it also stops us from getting people and making them worse. If prisons were going to work, it would have worked by now.
Day one, President Sherman is doing what? Day one. What is the first thing you're doing after the inauguration?
Taking off my bulletproof vest. And then I am going to make executive orders to give people housing, healthcare, and education. And for anybody that's like, you can't do that, the same way Joe Biden waived 26 laws to build his and Donald Trump's border wall, the same way he bypassed the Congress and the Senate to send money to other countries without asking Americans, is the same way I can give you housing, healthcare, and education and not raise your taxes while I'm doing it.
What do you say to the disinterested voter, or maybe I should say the disinterested American citizen that just says, I'm tired of politics, I'm done with the back and forth, I'm tired of the bickering? How do people get engaged?
If you are angry and would like revenge, vote for my black ass. People, like, I'm serious. If you want something different, I am the most different on that stage. I am the most different of all the candidates. 1, I'm answering every question with an actual answer. 2,
that you are.
I am. 2, I'm tired of people suffering. I run a mutual aid in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm already doing the work of taking care of people. Why not let's just be efficient, economical, and take care of everyone at once?
What's the responsibility of the average citizen in this country, as far as I'm just talking about, as far as the changing of the system or engagement? What's the responsibility of the people?
There's a lot of responsibilities of people, but the biggest thing that you can do right now is to go ahead and start mutual aids and take care of people within your community. You should also acknowledge that this is a problem because we have a population that will not leave office because you're not running for office. You're not getting involved. Everyone knows a loudmouth. If you are not someone that can be in the spotlight, have them do it. But we will not get change without us doing something different. You will have to participate, even if it's just one time in 2024, because this is going to be a black swan event.
Now, when you say black swan, give me 1 second because I don't understand the cue. What's the cue? Okay, sorry, we can cut that out. When you say it's a black swan event, because certainly, I mean, we're in unprecedented times, but I just want to hear from you. What do you mean by that?
You have never seen what is going to happen before, because I plan on winning, and that is amazing for me and it's for you. But the systems have finally lined up. People and activists have been working to make sure that a third-party candidate could win. The National Interstate Voter Compact, the states that have adopted ranked choice voting, the states that have adopted approval choice voting. These things are all over the country to make a big force. If we get enough people one time to vote, and I'm talking to you, my sex workers, I'm talking to you, my waiters, my waitresses, my hotel attendants, I'm talking to you, my Uber drivers, my Lyft drivers. There's no reason I have a teacher living in my houseless shelter right now who is there because she has cancer and can't afford her chemo treatments. There's no reason that teachers are working 2 or 3 jobs. One job, if you really want to work, should be able to take care of you. 40 hours. People pretend to care about children, but you can't care about children if you're at work.
Two more questions. I really appreciate your time. So we just got back from an event in Gracie Mansion just to celebrate Black History, and for the first time in New York, I think it's going to be March 14th, but it's sometime in March because it's Women Month as well. They're going to be celebrating Black Girl Magic. What does your candidacy mean for the young black girl that's watching on television, watching on the tablet, just watching streaming, the debate, watching your journey? What does it mean for them?
Baby, you can do anything you want to do. If someone tells you no, politely tell them your mama and go about your business doing what you want to do. We have tons of untalented people at the top, not because they got there by hard work or being good. It's the audacity. You do not stop yourself. If someone tells you you can't, then you out of spite prove that you can. And if you should fail, get up and do something else. We cannot wallow. The beauty of being a black person in this country is I have been a part of a population that the government has tried to exterminate. I am someone who is able to read in a country that one time thought I didn't have the capacity. If you want to do something, you do it. And if people don't understand why you are doing it, do not fall into the trap of allowing someone to dim your light. You do what you want because you only get one life, as far as I know.
Last question here. I want you to look right at this camera and specifically to our viewers, and I want you to tell, what do you want the world to know about Jasmine Sherman that perhaps they don't know, for those that are being introduced to you? Maybe they've watched you tonight or they didn't get a chance to see the debate, but they're now focused on you. What do you want them to know?
I don't matter in this equation. You matter. And I'm the only candidate that has understood that it's people over profit. It is your will over my will. I am the only candidate that is actually putting you first. I have policies that you can read, interact with. Contact me if you don't like something that's up there. We have a trans policy, a COVID policy. I am the only candidate that does something for every single American within our borders. You have the ability to make change just this one time, if that's the only time you've got it in you. But all we have to do to achieve our goals is to fight back. I am a fighter. I don't do things without a fight. I am the candidate that you should vote for if you want to thrive. You already know what suffering feels like. You already know what your bank account looks like. And if you're happy with the way things are, then don't vote for me. But if you are angry, if you do deserve better, because you do, it's not my fault you don't know it, then you should vote for me. And even if you don't like me, hold every candidate that you do like to the same standard. They should be able to offer you everything I'm offering you.
Even if someone doesn't like you, I think it's impossible not to hear you.
I'm loud.
It's true. Well, but you have a powerful voice, and I think your voice is on assignment. I wish you much success in your candidacy, and hey, maybe even your presidency.
Don't wish me success. Help. We need work. Okay. We need people to donate. We need volunteers. JasmineSherman.com.
Where can they find you? I was going to say that.
JasmineSherman.com. Okay. And if you can't type it.
Could you just spell it? Is it an E on the end?
It is an E. Okay. It's like the dictionary. My mom wasn't creative. JasmineSherman. But y'all have Alexas and Googles. Just say, hey, Siri. Hey, whatever Androids say. I don't know. I'm old. You say it, and they can search it. I will come right up.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you, and Godspeed.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You want to knock on some doors? Like, yeah. you are not ugly. They let you in.
I appreciate